This is the third lag bolt that DeWalt busted. It broke two 5/16 lags, and it busted a 1/4 inch. So, not sure what's going on here. Could it be the wobble? I don't know. But if you notice in the other video I did with the 5/16 hex, you notice that I didn't do any removing the lag, which I always try to do. This is part of the bad thing with the torpedo. You can't stand the freaking thing up. Holy crap. Alright, this is insane here. But if you notice, I didn't do any of the removing of the lag bolt. I always try to do them also to give you the reverse speed or the reverse torque, or, you know, just removing the lag bolt. But you didn't see it in the last video because the DeWalt busted both of them. Alright, so yeah, not sure what the issue is with this DeWalt, but like I said, this is the third lag bolt that it snapped. And it always snapped them when the lag bolt went, when I was driving it in after the test was over to do the reversal. If you guys notice, or if you watch me do these face-offs over the past three and a half years, I also like to do removing the lag bolt, you know, check the speed, check the torque. So I always try to do that. And if you've noticed in the last video, when I did the face-off between these two, you didn't see that in the video. The reason being, this snapped both of the lags. Now, they both snapped when I was driving the lag in after the test. After I started getting the lag bolt deep into the wood, you know, past the threads, it just snapped it. So, something to really think about. And that, you know, with the 5/16, I wasn't worried, because again, that's really a lag bolt you don't really want to use with a 12 volt. You saw it; they both kind of struggled. You know, they both could probably do it. Now the DeWalt, you know, I don't know. I never completely sunk in a 5/16 lag bolt, but obviously it has enough power. But it didn't bother me because, like I said, really too big of a lag for a 12 volt impact driver. But when it kind of snapped this 1/4 inch, which this is something that, you know, you should be able to do with a 12 volt. Like I say, guys, my rationale, or what I do, is 1/4 inch 12 volt impact driver you can use. All right. With a 5/16, then I would step up to the 18 volt. All right. Now, if you're going to a 1/2 inch hex, right, or actually a 3/8 hex, all right, definitely not. But when you go up to a 3/8 hex lag bolt, that's when you really want to use an impact wrench, guys. When you got to start putting a socket adapter on and a socket, it's really, you know, it's just going to take, you know, and really the Milwaukee impact drivers, they got a lot of power, but it's still going to take a long time. I'm not saying it can't do it, but it's just not the right application for it. All right, you know, once you take these nut drivers off the impact, when obviously you can't use them, because usually the biggest nut driver is a 1/2 inch, right? Might be one company that makes one bigger than a 1/2 inch, but once you're taking the nut driver off and putting a socket on, it's really an application designed for the impact wrench. But I don't know, guys, any more to think. Now, like I said, I really like this DeWalt in the design, and I like the selector. I like the comfortability of it. you know, I just really, I like the feel of it, but I don't know, guys. It's something just to be aware of. And I'm saying it might not happen with you. This is my experience with it. And it's something to think about. But that being said, you know, the Milwaukee is a little beast, guys. What can I say? And it sunk, obviously, the 1/4 inch, sunk to 5/16, and removed them both without snapping them. But just something for you guys to think about. And another thing too, guys, now it's not particularly with this test here, all right? Because I'll be honest with you, it's really hard for me to recommend this DeWalt now. Now, I don't know if it's the wobble. I mean, you can really see it. And this is a pretty short nut driver. But look at that. All right, so something's snapping these, you know, lag bolts here. And like I said, with the 5/16, I wasn't really worried because it's really not the correct lag to use with this. So I was like, you know, maybe it's just too big for this. And so it wasn't really a big deal. But once it did it with the 1/4 inch, I was like, wow. But like I said, it's hard for me to recommend this one now. But with these tests, guys, and I'm not talking about this specific test here, but overall, because I was commenting yesterday on Instagram, this is not a test where you want to decide which tool you're going to buy. Now, it's definitely something to consider, all right? And that's why I kind of do it, right? But it's 90% for fun, all right? You know, a lot of comments, oh, the Milwaukee crushed it. That's the one I'm getting. Thank you, you know. And, you know, wow, that's the best impact driver out there, I tell you. Now, if you're looking for power, you know, IPM, yes. Okay, but there's a lot of other things to consider. You know, like I said, the way now let's say they were both, this didn't snap lag bolts. And I was saying it yesterday. And it's real simple how I decide what tool I like better. Hey, you can only... I'm sorry about that. My camera keeps stopping. But real simple on how I decide which impact I like better. You can only use one. All right, these are the two you can choose from. You got to use it all day for an application, a job. You can only pick one of these. Which one would you use? Or which one would you take? You can only take one. Just take the one you want to take. I take the DeWalt. Now, obviously, I wouldn't. This is both things being, you know, pretty much equal, right? Not breaking lag bolts or, you know, 1 or 2 second difference, you know. I would take the DeWalt. Why? Pretty simple. It's more comfortable to use all day. All right? I like the grip better. I like the selector better. All right? If I got to change modes, you know, I like the selector better. I like the feel of it better. It's pretty simple. That's all. So, you know, there's a lot of other things to kind of look at other than what one sinks a lag bolt a second or two quicker. But like I said, with this application, it would definitely be a little bit more than a second or two, so it's something to think about. But I can't recommend this DeWalt, guys. Like I said, the 5/16, it snaps, a little bit too much for a 12-volt impact. But snapping a 1/4 inch, that's a little tough there. But what I like to tell people too, you know, I was talking to people yesterday, is if you like the feel of the DeWalt, all right? If you like the feel of it, check out the Makita. All right, Makita, same kind of grip. You have the slide packs. You know, that's really my only issue with the Milwaukee. Right? It's just really not comfortable for me. It might be comfortable for you, and if you use it, you like it, you love it, you like it better than the DeWalt. You think I'm nuts? Hey, go use the Milwaukee. But for me, I just don't like the grip. All right, and it's definitely a little bit wider than the Gen 1 version, and I just don't like the feel of it. The selector it's not good. I already had water in it, but you know, that's just minor stuff, guys, and I'm sure people have had this for a couple years and haven't had any issues, and they like it. So, but that's really it, guys, in a nutshell. All right, But I did want to update you guys on the DeWalt also. There's issues with this, guys. But if you're mainly going to be using this for fasteners, I don't think you'll have an issue. But again, you know, a 1/4 inch lag, it shouldn't be snapping them. You know, I've yet to sink a lag bolt with this impact completely. Because once, like I said, once I start getting it down to the nitty gritty there, you know, past the threads, it snaps them and you feel it immediately. So, yeah, it's just something to think about. And again, this could just be a quality control issue with this one. I don't know. I haven't seen any other videos on it, but I'm sure there's some out there. But, and I advise you guys, you know, you have a 90-day return policy with DeWalt. No questions asked. Try it out. And you don't have to go trying to sink lags that it's not made for. Obviously, this is just for entertainment purposes, mostly. But, you know, if you're using it for fasteners and you're not having issues with it, keep it, buy it. You got 90 days. DeWalt's 90-day warranty is awesome. But, you know, if it's snapping lag bolts on you, you know, you might want to return it, right? And you kind of have the same thing with DeWalt. At least at Home Depot, where you got a 90-day return policy. You know, if you don't really like the feel of it, you know, you don't like the selector, you're having problems, you know, clicking it over or whatever, or you don't like the torpedo packs, whatever your problem is, you can return it and get another one. All right. Now, hopefully, I'll be able to feature the Makita here shortly, and we'll take a look at that since we're on this 12-volt kick. But that's it in a nutshell, people. Be good. God bless.